Want to buy a home in 2025 but don't want to overpay or end up with a money pit? Whether you're a first-time home buyer or a seasoned pro, there's a lot to consider before making one of the biggest financial decisions of your life. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 5 major red flags that I have seen when touring thousands of homes over the years that you will want to look out for. These issues like cracks in the foundation or a musty, moldy smell could cost you thousands of dollars in repairs. So knowing what to watch for is absolutely critical. Hi, I'm Abby, a licensed real estate agent here in the Carolinas, and I'm part of a team with my 3 sisters. Together, we've sold over 1,000 homes and helped countless buyers and sellers navigate this crazy real estate market. If you're planning on buying a home in the next year, we are here to help. Now, before we dive into these red flags, if you want a step-by-step guide to buying a home, we've compiled our years of experience and tricks of the trade and our home buying guidebook, and we're giving it to you for free. Click the link in the description box below to grab it. Okay, now let's talk about what you really need to watch out for when it comes to buying a home this year. Let's get into it. One of the first things to keep an eye out for are structural issues. These can be some of the most expensive repairs to fix, and in some cases, they can make a home unlivable. I once had a client that was under contract to buy a home, and inspections revealed structural issues that were so severe, it was going to cost 33% of the home's total value to fix the problems. Needless to say, those home buyers decided against that house. When you're at a home showing, look for large cracks in the walls or foundation. If you see cracks that are more than just surface level, especially in the foundation, it's a major red flag. A cracked foundation can indicate that the house is shifting or settling, which could be a sign of significant underlying issues. This is especially important if the cracks are wide or if they appear in multiple areas of the house. If you notice doors or windows that won't close properly, or if you feel uneven floors, this might be an indication that the foundation has shifted. Like I said, foundation repair can be incredibly costly, so at the very least, you'll want to be prepared to pay a structural engineer to inspect the home before you decide to move forward with an offer on the home, especially if it has questionable cracks or shifting. Next up, we have mold and mildew. It's not always easy to spot, but it can be one of the most expensive and persistent problems a homeowner can face. Signs of mold can be sometimes visible, like black spots on walls, ceilings, or in corners of rooms, but often you'll have to rely on your sense of smell. Musty odors can be a clear indicator that mold is lurking behind the walls or in hidden areas like the attic or basement. Keep an eye on areas that tend to stay damp, like bathrooms, basements, and crawl spaces. If the seller hasn't taken care of water damage or moisture problems, mold can be an ongoing issue, and it could cause health problems as well. Getting a home tested for mold by a quality mold hygienist can cost around $1,000 in our area, and getting removed professionally can cost even more than that. So it's not something that you can fix quickly or easily, unfortunately. Speaking of moisture, another red flag that is often overlooked is high moisture levels in the crawl space. In the South, especially crawl spaces that aren't maintained well can trap moisture and humidity, leading to mold growth, wood rot, and structural damage. If the crawl space is damp or if there's visible standing water, that's a sign that you should proceed with caution. Before buying a home, make sure to have a professional inspection done on the crawl space. A high moisture level can indicate poor drainage or ventilation, and if the problem isn't addressed, it could lead to serious issues with the foundation and the overall structural integrity of the house. Now let's talk about the roof. This is one of the most expensive repairs that you can face as a homeowner. A roof leak that's left unattended can lead to extensive water damage inside the home, including our friend mold growth, wood rot, and insulation damage. When you're touring a home, make sure to look up, literally. Check the ceiling for water stains, especially around the edges of walls, corners, or near windows. If you see brown or yellow stains, that could be a sign of a leak. If it's not already been mentioned on the MLS, it's also worth asking the seller when the roof was last replaced or repaired and whether it comes with any sort of warranty. Having a comprehensive roof inspection is key. A roof replacement can cost tens of thousands of dollars depending on the size of the home, so you want to know exactly what you're dealing with before committing. Now, I've talked a lot about inspections, and that's because it's one of the most important parts of buying a home. But there's a lot more than meets the eye. For a detailed outline of the inspection process and how we work through any issues that are found, you will want to grab our free home buying guide in the description box below. Finally, the last red flag you'll want to keep a close eye on is the age and condition of the major systems in the house, like the HVAC, plumbing, and the electrical systems. These systems are crucial to the functionality of your home, and replacing them can be very costly. HVAC systems typically last around 10 to 15 years, so if the system is older than that, you'll want to make sure your home inspector pays special attention to it, and you may want to consider getting a separate HVAC inspection done. Same goes for plumbing and electrical systems. Older homes may have outdated or faulty wiring and plumbing, which could pose safety hazards and lead to expensive repairs. In particular, look out for fuses instead of circuit breakers, polybutylene plumbing, or galvanized pipes, which are all signs of older systems that may need to be replaced soon. These are issues that may not be obvious at first, but a thorough inspector will catch them. Now, before we wrap things up, I want to remind you that whether you're looking to buy a home here in the Carolinas or in another part of the country, I can connect you with trusted professionals. Whether you need a real estate agent or a mortgage lender, I've built a strong network of referral partners across the U.S. to help you no matter where you're located. Click the link in the description box below and I'll personally reach out to you and get you connected. So there you have it, the 5 red flags that you need to watch out for when buying a home in 2025. Structural issues, signs of mold and mildew, high moisture in the crawl space, a leaking roof, and defective or aging major systems. These are the issues that could cost you thousands of dollars in repairs, so don't overlook them. Watch this video here to see the worst mistakes you need to avoid when buying and selling your house this year. Also, don't forget to grab our free homebuyer guide in the link below.